Christian's gotta be next.
All right, we got Christian the sinner. You can go ahead and ask him about which sin it is. I think it's all of them.
So guys, thanks Darron. Good to be here. Practice some poems. Thanks Paco for putting on a show and saving some space for poets too. Really appreciate that. So I did this poem for the first time last week during a feature, and I hope that I do it as well tonight. So I'm gonna share this one with you. It's still untitled. Let's see if I can find it. So I'm at the supermarket, scrolling through my shopping list when I hear a jingle come from my phone. On my home screen, there's an app called I Am that sends me notifications containing affirmations that I'm apparently supposed to read to my self-esteem, and I usually do so out loud. I do this in order to convince myself that this foreign language of self-love speaks truth. And I'm new to this, so I kind of look ludicrous yelling to myself inside a Safeway after I Am triggers this memory of my mother telling me that my good looks will never get me far. The app sends me an affirmation, says I am beautiful. And so I start crying to a box of chicken biscuits about how beautiful I am before proceeding to pull them from the shelf, before I begin a power walk to self-checkout with what's left of my mental health. The protection specialist serving me side eyes like I owe him a receipt just because he didn't see me walk in with all this meat. And then I Am sends another one, says I am working on me for me, and I think if only I Am knew that all these self-help books aren't free. And so I want to run away, I want to escape, I want to get high. The truth is, I'm just grateful that my body heals on its own, or else I wouldn't be alive, which is to say I'm still scared to die. Just not enough to stop killing myself slowly. I'm still scared to say goodbye to all my friends who are all just as scared as I am in the end. We may pretend that there's something on the other side, like angels who we can confide in. I just want to enjoy this ride and not worry about someone spying on my every move, every day. But then again, I think I'm only worried because I might be just ashamed of all the mistakes I keep making, all the wrong turns I keep taking through red lights and stop signs and one-way streets whenever I feel defeated or sorry for being myself. I'm selfish. I need help-ish. Although I wish the drugs I'm on were stronger, I don't think I'd be able to stand here much longer, but I am getting stronger the longer I stand here.
Let's go.
On this stage, sharing secrets that were only meant for my page, and I don't know what to do with all this rage, but maybe I'm just at that age where my impermanence has changed into a concept just a little too real for me, a little too hard to deal with the fact that nothing lasts forever. So I detach myself from the things I love, the things that make me who I am, and then I dive deeper into delusion. But is that really so unusual? After all, I use a phone to keep telling me what I am. Even though I know that I should get the last say, I am an addict, but I'm also recovering. I'm scared of the dark, not ashamed of my own, but I'm also known for being on my phone. And I'm probably fucking stoned right now, but if I am stoned, then that also means that I am a glass house. And if I'm a glass house, that means I'm home.
Let's go.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, she's out.
That was Christian, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, we are gonna turn the corner, and you guys are gonna have a case of artist deja vu. You see some people up again. So coming up next, we have Z from Baltimore.
Damn, I don't get no kind of. You don't even want me up here.
God damn.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna do a poem about therapy. a lot of times us as poets, being on stage is therapy. And so, yeah, here's my poem. I am genuinely afraid of going to a therapist. Like, for real. Because what if it actually, like, works? And they have me spilling tea all over this nice, clean couch. What if they find this chest that's buried underneath my chest that's just stuffed to the brim with lumps of trauma-covered coal? What if these issues I got stored on these shelves are the only thing that keeps the pages turning in my book of life? What if repressed memory foam be the only thing that helps me sleep? The only comfort that keeps the nightmares away. See, by now, I've grown attached to these levees that I've built between me and the outside world because they have held steady for decades. Pieced together from the fragile fragments of manhood that I've managed to scavenge from the shattered pieces of my broken male influences. And what if this doctor just comes in with their PhD in demolition and starts detonating dynamite at these already faltering foundations, flooding the foreground of my frontal lobe and bringing skeletons to the surface that I thought had long dissolved? I mean, after all this time of pushing this shit down so deep under so much pressure, it should be oil by now. I should be slick enough to just slide right through life, never having to tap into this reservoir, erupting through the surface and covering everything with this thick black mayhem. Like what am I supposed to say to this stranger who has already heard every story that there is to be told? Who is skilled at searching every closet for the bones barricaded between the walls? This stranger who I trust about as far as I can push them away, who just wants to play Jenga with my mental stability, tip over the tower attentively, and then take credit for building me back to heaven. This stranger who just wants to see the rust underneath this iron-plated armor and marvel at the triggers that make me a war machine. And yeah, I know, I'm projecting. And to be honest, I'm not that afraid of telling them my story. I guess I'm just afraid of hearing it out loud, of being my own audience, afraid that once my lips reconstruct the traumas, that now they can never be destroyed. I'd rather just suffer with them in the back of my mouth like a rotting tooth, because once you extract it, then it's out there, covered in blood and neglect for the world to witness the repressed repulsion that you kept lodged in the back of your voice, where the words have to tiptoe around every day, careful not to track any dirty little secret footprints over your clean carpet tongue. That's why poetry has always been my therapist. Which is to say that my PEN be my PhD, my couch be covered in construction paper and constructive criticism, my prescription be transcription, and my treatment is to try to take the right path, because I swear I can handle this myself. I swear I can handle this myself, but it be times when that first line just draws too much blood, and it reminds me that underneath this iron-plated armor is a war-torn tragedy, and some wounds never quite close, some slashes never get sutured. So to the therapist that I finally have the courage to visit, I apologize in advance, but never seeking to be stitched up sooner, and for leaving a bloodbath all over your nice, clean couch. Okay, shit, I'll do one more. I haven't done this poem in a minute, and I'll do it. So shout out to my friend right here, Christian. He's a videographer. He did a video for this poem, and it's on All Deaf Poetry's Instagram. It's on All Deaf Poetry's YouTube channel. And shout out to Martina because she crochets hella dope shit. So if y'all like crochet clothes, holla at your girl.
Alright. Y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? 2020 had people thinking that killing black people in public is a new trend. Shit. Man, Black Death been popping. Been litty. Been viral. Been virus. Black Death been popular since the first time they figured out that we had something they wanted. Been popular since Mansa Musa gave away so much gold, he destabilized the economy. Back when colonizers realized, man, those niggas been sitting on a gold mine, been raised from Garden of Eden, man. Man, those niggas got something that we crave. Natural resources, sunproof skin. Those niggas got something that we lack, a conscious divinity. Those niggas don't know nothing about this shit we been on. Savage war culture been perfected through centuries on our own people. Black death been popular since used as motivation to get on slave ships. Since activism was jumping overboard as shark food, better to die free than live in captivity. Black death been popular since...
Come on, poet.
You got this.
Black death been popular since...
There you go.
Black death been popular since lynching was a family event. Since they set up picnic blankets and shared dinner while black bodies swinging became the show. Black bodies being burned became family barbecue. Black death, a perfect backdrop for family portraits, for postcards, for programming the next generation, for threats to any of us that forgot that our place in America was at the top of the workforce and the bottom of the food chain. Black death been popular since hip-hop brought it to you on demand. Became dead nigga DoorDash, incarceration Instacart. You think they ain't noticed that shit? You think they don't want you to kill your own? You think they ain't putting their order and make sure they delivered it right to your living room? Right to your high school? Right to your cemetery? Don't history be our best teacher? Big man dingo fighting? House nigga versus field nigga? East Coast versus West Coast? You think that shit is new? You think that shit is random? Like that been popular since they gave slave catchers a new name. Named them officers, occupiers, executioners. I guess they got tired of us doing it to ourselves. I guess we've been taking too long. I guess we've been hogging all the credit. Black death been popular. They just want to remind us who's the real trendsetter. They just want their name in the credits. They just want to make it great again. Black death been popular. I guess we just need to learn how to smile for the camera, pose for the protest poster, go to hell in a hashtag. Black death been blueprint, been playbook, been chess piece. Rosewood Massacre, check. Black Wall Street Massacre, check. George Zimmerman, checkmate. In the 1300s, a disease ravaged through Europe, killing 25 million Europeans. And they called it the Black Death. So is it crazy to think that they just been trying to even the scoreboard ever since?
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's my black friend.
G for Baltimore, everyone. Up next we have Rayo.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah, Rayo!
Yeah, I probably should have warned you. Rayo's slinging the pizza right now, so give him another extra round of applause.
Oh,
You can grab pizza. If you aren't hungry, you can grab pizza for someone who is hungry. They have a program where you can get a $6 slice for someone in need. It's awesome. So there's that. Give it up for Rayo.
Ooh, shit. That, you had a dog this whole time, Sinner?
Yeah.
What, you blind, motherfucker? Been blind the whole time. Shit. Oh, God.
Book of Eli shit.
Yeah, fuck, for real. Fuck, I'm so fat that I be taking my apron off differently.
Oh, sorry.
All right, there's 4 people here. Should I do a poem, G?
It was silly.
Yeah, all right. Oh, I'll be back. Let me get my cell phone. Don't worry, I'm still here.
Goddamn phone. You got a ghost poem?
I'm telling you.
The voice of God. I am pissed.
Okay. All right. I wrote this morning.
Piss it out.
Oh, it took me. How much time do I have? I got one, motherfucker, so shit.
Twice.
Oh shit.
Twice
Alright, this goes out to doing illegal shit, having anxiety, and just waiting. It's called a UPS man. Walmart to Walmart, 1,500. My life savings. It's all abundant. I'm thinking, I'm hoping, if I can make this to about 43 to 33, so I can put some food to eat and some jeans to wear and some shoes to wear. Hell, I don't care. I'll buy the bar everywhere. But anxiety kicks in when it's intercepted. I buy this shit, sell this shit just to be accepted, but at the same time, my freedom, I'm neglected because this ain't legal. I know it ain't. My mama ain't proud. I know she can't. Alright, I'm just lying. I'm gonna tell some jokes. Fuck y'all. Oh shit, man. Damn. I did write half of it. Man. Anybody in the military here? Get good. Good. I was gonna say give yourself a round of applause because y'all need to hurry up and go to war so I can start fucking y'all wives again. That should be horrible, man. You ever fucked a bitch and she said she was pregnant? And you're like, oh well. Might as well shoot up the club and give these kids more kids to play with. That shit's awesome. That shit's awesome. You didn't see that one coming, huh? There's a safe space. Military people don't listen to poems, they listen to PTSD. Fuck. The dog gets it, right? Oh man. Y'all enjoying y'all pizza? That's great.
Y'all got no pineapples in this bitch.
Man, I ate them all. I try to mix it up with Hennessy. Yes, I drank all the Hennessy too. I know, yeah. Fuck. Oh man, it's so hot in here. I be sweating when I think, and then when I was trying to do this poem, I was trying to think my way through. Man, give it up for Matt next door. If you guys didn't notice, Matt be coming here every week, every day. Never washed his hands. Never washed his hands. I was like, man, if he can make mopeds work again, I can make pizza taste good. That's the dream. I love that man. First time I met him, I was like, you look like the lady from Reno 911. Poor guy, I miss that motherfucker, man. I talked to him last night because I kind of can't believe it because I talked to him just yesterday and he was just all happy and shit like it was planned, but I just can't believe it, man. You guys, depression's fucked up and I be roasting people because I got low self-esteem and shit, but once you make fun of the wrong person, they take it personal, man. They personally do something worth more than, that person's life. And that was a poem too. I just thought about that just now. You can't take life for granted because some people's life, they don't even want it. You might as well, keep yours. And, shit. I mean, from now on, if somebody's life's fucked up, I got two, so they can have one of mine. Shit. You feel me? Like, shit. And that's all I need to say. Please, give it up for your hoes.
Rail, everybody.
Keep it going.
It's great. I love that, poets and comedians, like, we deal with sad shit and we express it in different ways. Like, some of our poems have funny parts, some of the comedy has sad parts. And that's important to go through that roller coaster of life because that's life. Like, you have to. It's a survival skill to be able to find humor in things, to be able to self-reflect on things. And so it's wonderful to watch poets and comedians work that out on stage, and you guys get to see that shit intimately. And I think that's amazing. I wanted to go off on something real quick because pineapples and pizza got me reminded. I thought Hawaiian pizza was insulting and shit. But have you guys ever heard of Hawaiian toast? Some shit they make in Germany? and it's a piece of toast with pineapple, and they put mayonnaise underneath. So there's mayonnaise slid underneath that toast, and then there's a pineapple on top, and then there's cheese, and then there's a maraschino cherry in the middle of that. And I was like, and that's a real thing. Like, I looked it up as Hawaiian toast from Germany, and it's fucking, it sounds disgusting. I haven't tried it, but I just wanted to say that. I don't even have like an end to that. I just want to put that picture in your head. All right, we got Mutyaa Pigeon coming up next. And Paco's waiting in the rings.
Everybody else's picture came out clear, not mine. Take myself. Okay, so I'm gonna address mental illness tonight in my comedy. I went to work some stuff out with that. All right. Okay. Oh, give it up for everybody who's been here so far, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I think God has a real funny sense of humor. You know, because she made me with a 16-inch dick, right? That can't reach my clit, guys. It doesn't reach. I tried. I took yoga and everything. It fucking doesn't reach. And I'm not trying to say that God makes mistakes, but if He would have made me with a few less ribs, it would have been perfect. It would have been perfect, is all I'm trying to say, guys. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I identify as a left-handed person. And I just feel like, you can't assume that just because someone doesn't have a left hand that they're right-handed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I feel like if a woman can identify as a man without a dick, then I can be trans-lefty, you know? So, speaking of mental illness, remember before mental illness became this multi-billion-dollar industry? Everybody's family had somebody in it who was just a little extra special. Like when I was younger, little Johnny, right? His mom used to bring him to the parties, and every time he came to a birthday party, he'd always go bobbing for apples with his ass. And he'd leave something extra special for us, because he was extra special, you know? And I just feel like I don't really believe in mental illness. I just think the world is full of extreme thinkers, you know? And like if you cross the line, you're a criminal. But I like how I'm following you. Okay, keep it going. Okay, all right. The world is full of extreme thinkers. Okay, like schizophrenia, right? Maybe all those voices they're hearing are coming from all the little people who live inside their bodies. You know? Alzheimer's. They're just memory intolerant. Just memory intolerant. I just feel like people need to stop self-diagnosing other people. Like the other day, I was at this Walmart, and the lady in front of me was talking about how her boyfriend never listens to a word she says. She thinks he has got ADD. And I was like, really? Maybe everything you say just doesn't interest him a lot. How about that? You know, it's just a thought. Speaking of suicidal people, you know, maybe suicidal people just know themselves best. And deep down inside, they just know they're not supposed to be here. Okay, listen, I feel like I could speak on this because as a child, my dad killed himself. And boy, did I dodge a bullet. Yeah, he shot himself in a drunken stupor, and he missed me, guys. Wow. He missed me. Thank you, God. I don't know. I listen to these programs, right? You guys ever hear those clairvoyant programs where, they tie death up into this nice, neat little bow? And I'm so sick of that. I wish that we would have like a clairvoyant program that would leave more chaos and questions in the wake of that transaction. You know what I mean? Because like for example, well, you guys ever watch one of those shows and they're like, I sense a presence. It's Rick or Rod. Am I alone in this? Those names don't even rhyme, guys. Like, what the fuck? But, so for example, I feel like a clairvoyant, right? I'm a clairvoyant right now. And I'm like, I sense a presence, Rick or Rod. Oh, your dad's name is Roderick. Okay. I sense some distance, you know? And, oh, he's dead. Yeah, I know. I mean, before that. Your dad told me to tell you. You know when your mother told you that I left her, not you? She lied. It was your snoring. It was your snoring. Duct tape, it works if you work it. I mean, really, just use it, girl. Just use it. And just like that, he's gone. Okay, I sense another presence in the room. Oh, man. Your grandfather? Oh, your uncle. Your uncle. Yeah, that makes this message so much more relatable. Your uncle wants me to tell you. Oh yeah, you know that sex you guys had when you were 16? It wasn't that good. And he said, your mom's gonna die of an aneurysm in a week, and he can't wait to fuck her when she gets there. And just like that, he's gone. I sense another presence. Oh ma'am, I see 4 beautiful angels surrounding you. You didn't have any children. I know, those were the ones you aborted. Those are the ones you aborted. Yeah, they were triplets. They were triplets. So anyway, child number 4 has a riddle for you. Mom, do you know what I would have been if you had me? Alive. Okay, and just like that, he's gone. Okay, I'm working on that. It's really done. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh every day. Guys, do you think that if a murderer tries to kill a suicidal person, right? Do you think that they fight for their lives? Are they like, I'm not gonna let you ruin this for me. This is my idea first, damn it. You think so? Are they gonna be like, I'm so glad you showed up. Save me from doing all the work. All right, so what else do I have on this? Do you guys know that there is a medication, an antidepressant medication, right? It doesn't take away the pain, but it only takes away your ability to cry. Who the fuck thought of lithium?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And it goes toxic to your liver and you die. Yes, definitely the liver, for sure.
So,
I had a patient who took it like she was supposed to.
yeah, took it like she was supposed to. Mm-hmm.
Titrated her doses, and then we had to go in and tell her she was doing diabetes. She took it like she was supposed to and never jumped off.
Wow. I've learned a lot tonight about lithium. Thank you so much. But it wasn't lithium, but thank you. And thank you for the lesson. Are you a doctor, nurse?
Nurse.
Awesome. Thank you for your service, ma'am.
Nurse assistant.
Thank you for your service, ma'am. And ma'am. Where was I? Lithium. Drug. What is wrong? What, did the psychiatrists have a convention or something? And they were like, it would be so much more fun treating all these depressed people if we didn't have to see them crying all the time. So, ridiculous, all right? I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna give them some medicine that takes away their tears. Fuck their pain. And another thing about that. I don't know. Oh, wait. So what's their solution for cutters, guys? Oh, I know. We're just gonna cut off their hands. Cut off their hands. That way they can't cut themselves or each other. That'll work. Give it up for cutters, guys. Give it up for cutters. Give it up for cutters. I feel, each one his own, but I just feel like cutters lack a sense of imagination. You guys ever see same old stripes, just born stripes, slashes? No, I'm just trying to say, I never met a skin design that I would buy. I know, embellish a little bit.
I had a nurse tell somebody, well, you really make something pretty here. I'm tired of looking at these. I said, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Make it pretty. I said, you want to hate.
markers. We have markers for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like she wanted to hate.
I don't know. I'm probably going to hell for writing all this stuff. I don't care. I'm going to close out with this. I don't like it when I hear people say, make America great. No, they want to make America great again. No, exactly, number one. I don't like it because I know the time that they want to take us back to make America great again. And I'm allergic to cotton. God damn it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Listen, thank you so much, guys. My name is Mutyaa. I'm just having fun. I'm sorry to be up here for a second time. I want to thank my mom for having it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I always forget to take that. All right, so that was Mutyaa, and we got. Let's see. Oh, I really like listening to people's lines. Like I'm a writer first, and so like people's lines really stick out to me. And so when you're talking about death getting tied into a boat, like I started thinking about death being into bondage, and like that would be cool if like someone just left them tied up, and then he can't do his job, and everyone lives forever. So somebody get death into that kink and tie his ass up. Put him in some, put death to some handcuffs. Fuzzy ones, make him comfortable. Make it a comfortable death. Oh, death king. Don't search that. Do not search that. All right, we got Paco coming up next. Give it up for Paco.
Yeah, y'all, let's give it up for the nurses. The nurses in the house, say ho! Dang, we got a lot of nurses at. Who's in the hospital right now? Like, the fuck? Like, we are all here. Your shift is over. Fuck those people. Last time I went to the doctor, I felt so old. Cause all them, they was like 20-something-year-olds and shit. Touch, I'm like, damn. Like, you a doctor, dog? You like 24 years old? Like, shit. Making way more money than me. Fuck, shit.
They don't make no money.
You don't make no money? Shit, when he gonna make money if he don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. I be scared to go to Queens Hospital though. That shit's a butcher shop, yo. Everybody I know died at Queens, yo. Like, that's so bad. You know about Queens?
No, somebody told me that.
Oh, I think they harvested organs, yo. Like, they be for real, yo. Like, yo, it was. Everybody go to Queens to die, yo. And then all of us, they quick to unplug you. I'm like, hey, do you want to sign this sign? You go, yeah, because it's a thing. Yeah. Don't go to Queens. Oh, so you gonna die. I mean, if I was to wake up in an ambulance and they put me in Queens, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. No, I will go. The bad thing is, it's a nice hospital right across the street, Straub. They'll hook you up. Straub is nice as hell. Like, they start hooking you up as soon as you like park in their parking lot. They come out with a wheelchair and shit. Like, Queens don't give a fuck. You be in the hospital, they be like, yo, I'm hurt. I had kidney failure one time, kidney stones. I'm in the hospital like, yo, I need to see a doctor. And me, if I get in pain, I don't go yelling. I stay quiet. That's how you know I'm fucked up. When I'm quiet, yeah, I'm fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna cry. You just gonna see me just. Yeah, I mean, because I'm in pain. Like, so, but I went to the Queens and then right next to me was some dude with like pepper spray. The cops done fucked them up. Had pepper spray. I could smell the pepper spray. Like, this is some old bullshit, man. Oh, fuck with them. Let me just give you a little bit about myself. Like, I'm a real spiritual person. I went through a lot of spiritual journeys. Like, I grew up in a cult, you know. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, they tell you not to talk to nobody else, because then if you talk to somebody, they stop talking to you. Ain't this fucked up? Like, oh, yeah. Then I try to go, like, to the church down the street, but I knew something was funny. Like, I smelled something was funny. Like, you know what I mean? Turns out the dude's molesting people and shit, so I can't go that route, you know what I mean? So I grew up watching Muhammad Ali, like I did a poem for him earlier. I grew up watching Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali tied with Malcolm X, so I saw the Malcolm X movie. And I became Muslim. Like, I saw that, it was like, yeah, I'm down with that. I was totally down with that. They weren't all about the suicide bombers and shit. They was all about fuck the white man and the blue-eyed devil. Until I saw the second part of Malcolm X. I forgot there was a second part. Then there's a second part to Malcolm X when he go to Mecca, and then he really sees that everybody's humanity, like everybody comes together. So then I started going into that Islam too. And it's funny because you gotta watch out who you learn from, because they got like different sects of Islam. They got like the Arab Muslims. Like, you go to the Arab, like they got this prayer. It's a poem. The Quran is a whole poem. They got the whole, everything rhymes in the Quran, like the whole book. And
you learn from different people. Like you learn from the Arabs, it sounds way different. Like it's the same words, but it's just like I've never heard that sound before. Like it be like, like shit, like damn. So when I came out, I told people I was Muslim. They was just like, when you go to jail, like, oh, that's fucked up. I didn't go to jail. I wasn't in college. Like that's how I learned it. They was like, yeah, they thought it wasn't me. So I listened. So I listened to the people the way. If you learn in jail, it's way different. Oh, it's way different. It don't got none of that melody. It don't got none of that beauty. That shit sound hard. Cause you can't be soft in jail and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I go to jail, I'm gonna go right with the Muslims. Like, you know what I mean? But they do it like this. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit. That don't sound like nothing I learned. Like, cause I went to an HBCU. I went to Cheney University. The first HBCU founded in America in 1837 as an institution for colored youth. And they actually was a school to teach black folks to be teachers to teach other black folks. So I put in there, I was just like, I like this. Like, ooh, this is nice. I went to a whole bunch of other schools. I was like, fuck, I didn't feel it. I went to Cheney, I was like, yes, this is me. So I went there, pledged black fraternity, like, I got in it, like, and when you get in it, like, there's a lot of talent there. They're like some real, like, movie stars, singers, artists, scientists that you meet, like, yo, like, gifted because of the cream of the crop. So I learned how to be Muslim from them. And they do it different. It sounds like an R&B song and shit, like, "Bless me alone and rock me." Like, yeah, that sounds beautiful. Like, that don't sound nothing. Well, I'm a poet, so I'm gonna do it like a poem. So if y'all like it, this is how it goes. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman-ir-Rahim. Miliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. That's the Fatiha. That's the first thing you learn.
Can we get it again?
Yeah, you know. Want it again?
I want it again. I want to record it.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Miliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Had to do that. In the course of my beings, like it's, today is a sad day, but we still here celebrating. And one of the things, like when Matt was here, like he was our biggest fan, yo. Like he used to come to all the events, and he even tried to do open mic sometimes. You know what I mean? But he was the best good fan though, like you know what I mean. So this poem just reminds me of him, like. Some people are superstars, and some people are fans, and some people play football, and some play on the band. See, please understand that defining a man is way more than a war in a foreign land. It's like the oceans crashing against the sand. It's an eternal struggle, and I'ma always be the man. My name is Paco Loco, y'all. Thank you. Walaikum salam. And I'd like to bring out some two poems. These are quickie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving back to your host. Here's Darron Gambra.
All right, we got one more person signed up. We got Rohan coming up, but real quick, fun little fact. Did you know that Prince was a Jehovah's Witness? Yeah, started in 2001. So like the symbol. Yeah, like if Prince showed up at my house and wanted to tell me about Jesus, I would listen. Like, he's dead. I mean, so I guess whatever you are at the time of your death, I think you kind of carry over.
I'll give you a little bit. Jehovah's Witnesses got the best superstars. Not only Prince, Michael Jackson grew up with Jehovah's Witness, and Biggie Smalls grew up with Jehovah's Witness.
Really? I did not know Biggie. That would be an awesome remake to Kick in the Door. Like, let me kick in the door, we're in the fourth floor, and tell you about Jesus Christ our Savior. All right, we got Rohan.
You should elaborate on that one. How would you elaborate on
My
that one?
stomach hurts. Yes.
You know what? Pepto-Bismol. It's pink. Pink. Oh. People who do good stuff like makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm just kind of trying to have a little fun. You know, have a little fun. Okay, so yeah, this again. I'm going back to the sad story. This was a poem I wrote back in fucking high school. One of my classmates died. It wasn't suicide, but still they died. Death is always a sad thing, and it reminded me of this poem. Yeah, fuck you too. It's okay. No, you didn't see it. It's alright. There's a poem. I think it's by I don't remember, but the title is "To an Athlete Dying Young." And so I kind of copied it. Fuck, I should know his name, but this is to a student died young as a classmate. How does it feel to have no bones, no flesh, no blood, nor fingers, nor toes, to have an eternity to spend, freed of having to pretend? How brightly does your halo glow, and do the oceans still ebb and flow? Do leaves still fall from heavenly oaks, or float up high like harp's sweet notes? Can grief and pain still reach you now? Do hate and fear still tip their brow? Emancipated from tribulations, rewarded for your steadfast patience. Can love penetrate those holy gates? Are those cries of regret too soft, too late? Is that clouded utopia full of good? Do you think of the past, think of what could? Or is this place where once you lived nothing more than something did? Immersed amongst the stars up high, laughing as we question why. Thank you.
Yeah, Rohan.
That's the next one. So I picked two. It's this one.
Do you dream and rhyme?
What's that? Do I train and
I
rhyme?
said, do you dream and rhyme?
Man, I often dream of Beyonce's song, like, first of all, you guys know Beyonce, right? She is sexy as fuck, and I know my wife is watching, and that's cool. That's cool, because we've had many conversations about Beyonce. Not only is she sexy, she's a hard-ass worker. That's what I'm most impressed. If you guys ever see Beyonce's regimes, something. She's hard as... I didn't have the right words. Oh, shit. Well, I wrote this for Z, and P, and Mushroom, and thee, and we. This whole room. And those tuning in online, and those who live a life sublime. My rhymes only intended to inspire, my heart inflamed, truly it's on fire. The people I meet on the street, full of desire, share the love for their brothers, sisters, Ohana. I'm not trying to co-opt the cancers. My goal includes money, but that's not my conquest. My thinking's more basic. Love those who love, and even those who hate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. No problem. All right, that was Rohan,
Can
and
we get one more person?
who do we want?
My man right here, y'all all the way from Atlanta.
Yes, Atlanta.
I'm Atlanta, y'all.
Coming up, all right.
What's his name?
I am.
You're getting a Hana O and you haven't even done a first thing yet. All right.
I am.
So is the thing you're looking for about the
Hey y'all,
What up?
I'm glad to see other people wearing sneakers too. All three of us, the only ones on the island.
Who told you were naked? I mean, what was his genesis? The very conception, blessed connection, heaven-born, earth-fed, human kiss, rough tenderness, so his lost souls of his innocent things that pass through human hands don't stay pure for long. But that song full of pride and rebellion, full of pulling and telling and reaching and failing and crying and wailing, travailing of the saints dipped in sin until lambs become lions, rise and rise again and try again and fight again and smile again because that's the task. Sometimes there ain't no pretty flags. Sometimes it's dirty, bloody, muddy rags. Sometimes they take illegal weapons and the ski bags. Sometimes it's breaking bad. Sweating out with your lover, breaking backwards until you see past. And sometimes it feel real good. Just to prepare you for the worst. Right night and the fight ends, and sometimes it just hurts until you win. Until you feel that moment of peace in the center of the storm, reform. This is where hope is born. Smelling the rose and gripping the thorn, seeing the norm and going the other way, refusing to obey. Let them not say that you just laid down. Let them not say you bowed out gracefully. Let them say there's blood in your teeth. There's dirt under your nails. Ain't no failure in God. Have you forgotten you? Who told you you were naked? Weren't connected, weren't reflecting, and God talks about you. And God talks about you out loud. They are present when you love. They are honored when you touch. They are precious when you fucking make new life. And new life in the right way is always right. When you drop your voodoo, go get it. Who told you you was naked? Because they lied. My man right here gonna be featuring on Saturday the 24th at Hawaiian Aroma Cafe. Buy your tickets on Eventbrite. I'm gonna be hosting. It's in the Beachcomber. He's gonna be featuring. She's gonna be performing. I'm gonna be hosting. She's gonna be performing. It's all the things.
All right, so that's gonna be Friday. It's gonna be a great show. Or Saturday. Sorry, my bad. And you have a show next Friday, right?
The last Friday of every month.
Last Friday
Of every month.
of every month.
We
We getting naughty. I'm gonna try to finish that poem. I'm gonna get so many dig poems in this next one that I'm doing. So many dig poems. Great segue. Up next we have another final poet. Christian Center wants to do one more.
Oh! Where you at?
And he's bringing the dog.
They wouldn't let me bring my dog last time.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna do one more. So this is actually the piece that I really wanted to end with on that feature last week, but I didn't have enough time. So, and I fucked up that last poem, so I'm doing this for like my own peace of mind.
Let's go.
So one day, I'm gonna write a poem. When I spit it, it's gonna flow in this modern melodic marble kind of way. It's gonna move others to write their stories about love and how that got away. And then I'm gonna write home right away. And I'm gonna write all these things with sticks and stones, stitching myself back together with broken bones, and my fingers will not chew my lips off again. Instead, I'm gonna sew them back down to this thin skin which can crumble easy by having hardened my heart too often, like the earth has done to the white man who thinks he can just come and take the land before it gives in. From underneath him, her response to what she has to say about who she belongs to, but these men, I'm not like them. For when the earth swallowed me, I taught myself how to read bars in the dark, one measure at a time instead of spending time behind them, which is to say, I read my rights. You probably should too. Instead of having them read to you by another RoboCop white man in blue, the same one I see on TV when I turn the news. And if you don't think that I stand for truth, then here, take my pen and pry your eyes open to the face of the false god I still fail to find behind the fine print of your constitution, where my speech is only free once I own a gun, not because it's fun, but because no one can appreciate a little sarcasm. Good God. Listen, a good God would have given me so much more than a fucked up piece of paper called the Bill of Rights worth only 10. That shit ain't signed by founding fathers but by fucked up dumb white men. That's why I try to write about the who, what, where's, when's, and the whys regarding the lies that the right hand tells the Bible all the time, because we actually believe that swearing to God diminishes a liar's ability to be a liability. That's why we reread words like scarred and scared, hard, heavy, and impaired by fear, like a thug who hears the word freeze before bleeding from the back. His back blood is the liquid that spills onto my paper, supplying my pen with ink. Sinking into it is what awakened me from this fickle fantasy of the American dream, this pursuit of happiness, path of afterthoughts, winding road to hell paved with good intentions. I won't forget to mention that ain't nobody got time for white Jesus, while young colored brothers and sisters, they melt behind bars of steel that grow from out of the ground like ivy leaves. These are the same brothers and sisters who will never hear freedom ring, while we as a world continue to wring each other's necks over Colin Kaepernick's knees and whether or not they should touch the floor. Singing songs about the bursting bombs around the flag that I fought for. This is the shit that I write for. I write with my hands, whether weathered withering or wet with sweat, for those without the will to speak their truth, for I am the writing hand of those who have come before me without one, not knowing what it feels like for their fingers to fly across the paper and find faith in their own words. I write to be heard. I write to be read. I write to feel that shit, then I write to heal that shit. All this so you can tell me whether it's better to write, to be right, or to be free. And when you figure that shit out, come and spit poems with me.
I'm not trying to do a mic drop. Hot as milk. Right.
That was Christian, everyone. All right, we're gonna keep on going. If you want to sign up, hit the list. Yeah, you can still sign up. We're going until 10.
Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Where's the list? We're going until 10. I got more.
Yeah. So if you want to get back on, you can get back on. I'm gonna. Actually, it might be in my pocket. Hold on. You gotta look.
It's all empty, I'm sorry.
Wow. It's only 9.
Oh yeah. All right, this is going around. If you want to sign up, I'm gonna go ahead and do another poem.
Yeah, another
This is
poem.
called Sub-Truth Slant. It's from back when I used to substitute teach, and this was a question I got a lot. I'm substituting in a new class. Another period passes and the group gets their asses in their seats. Some have noticed that their teacher looks different. Others haven't been paying that much attention, like recess is accumulating interest. I take the time to write my information on the board, name and a little bit about what I do besides substitute teach. 42.0% of the time, some kid, typically from the back, stereotypically, there's 2 of them. Mister, you burn. A collection of giggles, gas, and gambling, guesses, gesticulations, and grins. My response is always the same. Yeah, when I don't wear sunscreen. And I go back to what I was doing. They're like, Mister, you tricky, yeah, but for real, you burn. I'm like, you got me. I don't really wear sunscreen. I come from plantation Portuguese from the Azores, a little group of islands, mostly farmers and fishers, more dark than anything else. Now they were listening, not reading my word plays, but I didn't get the word play on more and more. I could tell by the confused look on their faces, so I explained. See, the Moors were Muslim invaders. Scratch that. They were conquerors. They came through North Africa and conquered parts of Portugal and Spain, the Azores included. And their genetics remained, resulting in people that were assumed to be well suited for plantation labor by lighter Euro-descendant Americans, who recruited these darker Europeans as their beasts of burden so they could understand the roots of the commands easy. So families like mine were brought to Hawaii, bought to plantations, stationed in fields to labor, neighbor, other races and faces from different places. They were contained voice boxes, like courier pigeons. And again, they missed the pun, pigeon. No, mister, you burn like weed. You look like you burn weed. And I throw my hands up in frustration. That's what I've been saying. My family on my dad's side was pretty dark naturally, so they were exploited for plantation labor, but it was sugarcane they harvested. They cut stems, so it's kind of like weeding, but the cane gets higher, so you don't have to bend as much. But you still get baked in the sun a lot. So even though I'm a redhead, or even though I'm a red beard, that's my mom's side. The red, not the beard. It looks like I burn easily or a lot. I really don't, because my skin handles the sun pretty well, so I don't use sunscreen as much as I should. I can't say I'm a role model in that aspect, so you be careful about that, kids. I think it's good advice for them. I assume the kids that ask must be surfers, because often they have long hair. And I think a few either swim on a school team or surf before or somehow during school time, maybe between class or break. I say this because often their eyes are red, like they were swimming in chlorinated or salt water. It's a weird question for them to ask a teacher if they burn. I guess we all do when lit, but that's a little morbid. So if there aren't any more questions, let's move on to the poetry lesson of the day. And so we read Emily Dickinson. To tell all the truth, but to tell it slant, or every man be blind. Thank you. All right, we got Juno Uranus coming up next. Give a big round of applause like that.
No need for standing ovation. I just saw that box on the counter and I said, damn it, that's one of the first parodies I ever wrote. Like, I've got ho-hos, Twinkies and snow cones, pies, cakes, donuts and donut holes, and area codes. Oh, you thought that song was about garden tools? Man, act like y'all don't know. It's the registered donut offender, the motherfucking pastry file. When I need a snack, I just pick up the motherfucking phone and dial. I keep my donuts in a big ass sack, slanging that glaze like a newjack. Luda. No, so here's another parody I wrote. Obviously, it's about fucking food, right? Not actually fucking food. I need to explain that. I do not actually fuck food. Who would do that? Like, you just ruined the food. Now you can't eat it. Nobody can eat it, dumbass. So yeah, this is based off of Usher's Nights and Slow. So it's like 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in the kitchen with my crock pot. Yeah. I got a real pretty little roast beef bacon for me. Put a lid up, anticipating good smells. Don't keep me waiting. I got planned to fill my pan with gravy. That would be mean. Girl, you know what I mean. So let me put it on a plate of rice and salad. There ain't no one better interrupt. Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna eat it nice and slow. See, I've been waiting for this for so long. Cooking meat until the sun comes up. Baby, I just wanna bake it nice and slow. Yeah, they call me MACADAMIA space NUT. Yeah, the nut. The one and only resident nut. You will hear more on Friday because it's comedy hour. Yeah, I got parodies galore. Dude, one of the Augie T shows. So last year I was supposed to do open for Wayne Brady because of my fucking skills in parody, right? That's one of Augie T's friends. So the reason I got that gig is because Augie recorded me singing like a parody of Al Green's Let's Stay Together. Obviously it was like Let's Cook Together, right? So I was like, I'm so in love with food. Whatever you want to cook is all right with me. You make food taste so good. I want to share a meal with you.
Okay.
Baby, we ought to share a meal.